ratio where stuff comes up in the middle?
I don't think so.
That's it?
Yeah, it was bigger when I was here the last time. But I don't remember if it comes up from the middle or if it's just from the sides.
Vegas is a little disappointing, I gotta say.
It's a big man.
When we were here, we just drove around and took pictures from the car.
Oh, really?
Yeah.